Alright. We have 3 quests in our current level set. So we have so we just did more than a hunch. And then 11 to go before our next dungeon and trial. So, which is my favorite dungeon of this expansion. I'm very excited for that. I have everything on. Alright.
Ah, Mistress Frog. I trust you had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chambers, a message arrived for you from the Exarch. He bids you come to the Arcula at your earliest convenience. And, madam, whenever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you.
He's a good luck. Now, I was gonna be doing the man with too many scars, but it says I need to complete that whole section of quest before we do the last quest of, or the last level 79 quest. So what I'm gonna do is hopefully something a little different. I'm gonna try and get Paladin up to like 79 and then do those as Pally, because I think I have decided that I do kind of want to go through Endwalker's Paladin. I've been enjoying it off stream, doing my anima weapon. So I'm at this point right now. So I got 4 more to go. So we will see where that takes us. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get Paladin up to 79 off stream at a point. Then we'll run all those, see how it goes. Hopefully also not to get Warrior over leveled too much, in case I do decide that I still want to go with Warrior for Endwalker.
You have business with the Exarch. Just say the word, and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular.
Boys, cutscene. I like how Emmett's just chilling here.
It's like, I'm a scion too now.
The little stand-up. He's just so happy to see us.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest?
Oh, absolutely.
That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Northrend. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last Warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Northrend once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
Oh, no.
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, You only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins.
I love Emmett.
'Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved.
So I'm only half as smart as I normally am? Damn. I'm still stupid even whole.
Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity.
Is this when he says the line that I love?
But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
I love that line so much.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Well, depends.
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Yulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Yes, boss. Speak with Hydaelyn, right? More money for me to get so I can eventually sell all of it when we are done the expansions that we have unlocked at the moment. I know it's really funny. So this is my hotbar for warrior, and then this is my hotbar for paladin, which I don't have it in a way that's comfortable for me yet, but I'm realizing, holy crap, Paladin has so much more shit going on with it. So I have 2 free spaces. And then here I have 6, which is pretty bonkers. I also don't have all my stuff up to level 70 unlocked for Paladin, so I've been kind of running stuff really off-brand. There you are, Little. The others have gone ahead already to reconnoiter Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not, since the 2 of us infiltrated Eorzea. Since we faced Lord Varthry, I felt such a fury as I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any aberrance I felt for him entirely justified. Yet mangled in my mind, there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles, I found the answer. In Varthry's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he and he alone is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself. And it brought the memories of my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he will accept it, with the good grace I did, is another question. What is it, Reen? Do you sense the Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. 'Tis time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Little, as a precaution, may I ask that you go first to ensure the path is clear? The closer we are to Eorzea, the more I worry Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Yes, sir. I still have Amarang to get the rest of, I believe. When it comes to Ether Currents, I still have the 3 quests that I have to do. But it should be okay. Lord Varthry, we hear, we obey. I'm so happy that the game is back after yesterday and really wanting to stream and continue the story. And obviously not being able to because of maintenance. I'm very happy to be back. Because I felt like a part of me was missing yesterday when I wasn't able to play this lovely, beloved game of ours. Varthry. You hail the citizen, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling.
Long live Lord Vothri. Long live Lord Vothri.
"22 minutes in, one very long cutscene down, and we are finally done our first quest of the day. I did start earlier today though, so that is fun.
Ah, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it is too late now. I take it you've noticed the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. Ishol and Alize are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. Money.
Full 89.
Strange. Passing strange.
Indeed, my boy.
By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vothri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Well, no one's gonna notice Reen.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Yeah.
We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
Attaboy, Kaishir.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vothri starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
You speak funny. I like
It is
it.
like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armoreng.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vothri after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. know what it is.
I know who it is.
It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin-Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? 'Twould serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin Eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back.
Yes.
There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city?
That people ascend.
Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
But she has such a small tail.
When we step through the gates, we shall find not the place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but battlefield. If you are prepared for this, then let us sally forth.
Forward we shall go. I'll disable auto text because I don't know if it's gonna be voiced or not.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Alright, asshole. Alright, everyone turn on non-lethal attacks.
Lord Vorthri.
He would use his own people as shields.
Yeah.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Dun, dun.
No more than is necessary to subdue the civilians.
I'm still unsure what role I want to play, or what job more like I want to play when Dawntrail comes out.
Okay, you two. The rest of you with me.
May the 12 guide you.
Because, like, I kind of want to heal. I kind of want to tank. I don't fully know what would be more enjoyable. Though I do know people struggle to find healers on the launch of a new expansion. So that is kind of leaning me towards playing as a healer.
There's no end to them. Urianger, would you care to make a stand? Gladly. Little pray press on with the others when the opportunity doth arise. The way is clear. Come on, you two.
So, like, I could be White Mage, I could be Astro, I could go back to being my Sage. It really, really, really depends.
Right. My turn to make the heroic stand. As soon as there's lull, push on. Now, little, into the tower. Take care, Lisa.
Apologies, friends, but you reached a dead end on this story track. There's no turning back. We've a good life here, you see. And we're not allowed to lose it. But fair's fair and will give you a good death.
If you wouldn't fight us on your own volition, then we will not hold back.
That one's a real side splitter.
I'll break your funny bone.
I meant to do that for him. I mean, I could just be actually hitting,
Toodaloo!
what's it called?
A gift for you.
Oh, that one just Aquaman, or not Aquaman, that one Fletched, I believe is that what that one's called.
No more Mrs. Nice Jester.
Gotta heal Alfie boy up a bit. Oh, she's fully stun resistant, noted. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know what I want to be. I don't know what healer, if I want to tank still or not.
Let's climb to the canopy. From there, we will take the crown lift.
I'm assuming by the time I hit Endwalker's end, I will. When I have walked to the end, if you would. I will decide from there what I want to be.
To my soldiers, leave them to me and press on.
On the off chance, though, I will have at least 3 jobs, 90, I think, by the time Endwalker, or by the time Dawntrail comes around. I'm hoping to have at least one of every classification. 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 melee, 1 ranged, 1 caster.
But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
Why do you go so far?
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound.
Oh, don't worry, he is also self-righteous and wrong. He is the very person
But
you
enough
despise.
talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Ever since I submitted to my master's authority, I have been naught but a weapon.
I'm trying to think what I want to be my level 90 on everything. And I mean, I guess Summoner would probably be my best one. Because I actually know how to play Summoner. And it is already level 64 technically. My melee, I actually kind of want to make it Ninja. My ranged will be Dancer. My tank will be whatever I use for next expansion, for Endwalker. My healer, I kind of want to be White Mage. I kind of want to be Astro. It's kind of a hard tell still.
I only exist to destroy, and destroy you I will.
It's a very hard tell on both ends. But I'm very excited because once Endwalker is done and Dawntrail is released, right? I get to start doing my grind to Omni. Which, for me, the Omni grind is a very enjoyable thing to do. I know a lot of people are kind of, you know, not the most loving of it. Because, to be fair, I just really like the super tedious grinding stuff in games. Like, that's why I loved Destiny. That's why I loved,
It's time we settle this villain.
What's it called? It's why I loved No Man's Sky. It's why I'm sure I'm gonna love Light No Fire, which I can't wait for that to come out next year. That is gonna be a game I stream the crap out of. Do do do. Bum bum bum.
If you would pass me, you must endure all that I have learned on the battlefield. For I am a weapon forged in the fires of war.
Yes, sir. I'm guessing this is like his enrage kind of thing, where it's just like a DPS check. It's like, hey, make sure you just ass blast this guy into oblivion.
Ah, there you are, my precious girls. There you are. Are you right, little? The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Vothry is otherwise engaged. Let us go to the upper levels while we can.
Lord Vothry! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Why'd you take two gulps there?
For the future of all. What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No.
God, he's disgusting.
It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh, hell yeah. We love copy pastas. We love bots. Did you eat the fork too?
No. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Isn't Brock Lesnar a wrestler?
I'm not one with the wrestling, so I don't fully know, but that seems right.
Where did he go?
So I love that everyone in that list is a 14 creator at one point or another. But then there's just Tyranitar tubes, which I'm pretty sure is still a Pokatuber.
What in the heavens?
Did Vorthri do that?
Oh, get up there.
Wait! That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Colusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
You don't need my permission.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Good news, Little. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vorthri's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn, the problem being there is no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, and would appreciate your help if you are willing.
Never tuned to the Aetheryte and Yulmore.
Here's some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate it if you could assist with this task. Now, those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search at the derelicts and working your way up. When you are done, be sure to let Reen know.
Listen, who's on? And I seen the friends, what they're all doing.
Oh, Lord Vothra, you are my daily meal.
Oh, Snog. Snog.
No. Oh, it hurts. Please, Lord Vothra, take away the pain. You're the kind soul who saved me from falling to my death. My mistress, she's been injured. Please, help her. I beg you. What is this? She's sleeping. A medicine to help her rest while she awaits treatment, you say? Oh, thank you so much. When she began acting strangely, I didn't know what to do. I just hit her over the head with a rock. Don't look at the rabbits, Lenny, but she wouldn't listen.
Of mice and men, anyone?
Must stop trespassers sullying our paradise. Where did you fly to, my sweet canary?
I like when we get these really quick quests thrown in between the long ones. Oh, there you are, little. I just finished aiding this man. Now, for the next one. More on the dialects and below, you say? So many of them. But Menphili entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone.
I'll go and see to the wounded.
I'm sure Alfino and Alize would appreciate the help. And should you find other enthralled citizens, please see that they are brought to me.
Where are the newses? Where are the chais? Where's Dulia Chai, my beloved mother figure?
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
There's Dulia and Chai news.
Aren't you Alfino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock.
Alito is a senator.
Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying
saying we were Vorthry's puppets all this time?
Yes.
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthry's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthry.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthry has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The
So,
only way
if
to
my
Mount
count
Gulg
is
over
right-
the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
Thursday will be when we beat
We will contemplate
MSQ.
flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time.
Hasn't moved in a long time.
In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. But after the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthry took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
But, no buts.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
Well, it's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
Even for your beloved wife.
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
I'm gonna go AFK for a second, and I will be right back, my friends. Let us get ourselves the hum. Right back. Hammed burger. Alright.
The latter is situated to the north and west of Rite. Let us make our way there, little.
da, 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 da.
Level 79. I'm just a little bit of level.
The other reason why I'm considering going Pally for Endwalker is there's two things actually. A, I guess 3. Why not? But for actual reasons, I'm going to be over leveled for Endwalker. And I would like to be at 70 flat. So, or 80 flat. So there's that. B, I've never been a cover job before, so why not be a paladin for a bit, right?
Little, dost thou see yonder pair of tallows? For a blessing they were found in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speaketh. With our arcane knowledge, Ishtola and I serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as a myriad materials which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procureth lumber.
You got it.
My thanks, little. Directly to the south, thou wilt find the dry dock, Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause.
God, I can't wait to see what, like, mount we get for pre-ordering, or the collector's bonus edition, whatever you want to say, for Endwalker. Or for Dawntrail, because like this is the Shadowbringers one, then Endwalker was Aryan. This one's Grani. You had the Fat Chocobo, the Coral, the other ones.
I have my Fantasia here.
His name is Dick Pick. I needed to grab that picture there.
Oh there, sinner. Haven't seen you around here before. New to Gate Town, I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, the least you can do is come up with some believable excuse. But look, I'm not gonna turn the folk away. I'll give you lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead. We'll see if your total matches mine. Now, the lumber, some of the lumber's laying about the yard, but most is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask, Grittil for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. Take stock of the supply, lumber at the shipyard. What you can learn will be reviewed in the key items. You count 11 planks in the stack. I actually don't remember where all of it is held.
think one might be up. Yes. You count 24 planks in the stack. Taking stock for Irith, are you? Last I counted, we had 26. 9 of those are rotted though, so we tossed them out. So 17. Oi, Grithel. Another load's just arrived. 13 planks all in total, but one's damaged. Good. It's only good for kindling now. So, what, 64? Right then. Bring the good ones here, and we'll be sure to let Ivrith know as well. How many planks does that make now? You're writing down the numbers, right? I'm sure you can work it out. $24. Oh, 68. Okay, my bad. I got that so wrong. So it was what? 11, 24, 59. 106. Done, are you? How many planks did you count? That's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock fair puts me to sleep. But it has to be done. As promised, I would give you your lumber. What do you need it for anyway? You were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ship to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all have the itch to do something greater. This fella you say is in charge, you'd reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging on this project? He'd welcome the help. Wonderful. I'll run up the lads and lasses, and we'll head over to the ladder, along with the lumber you need. Thank you, sir. I believe that's number 4 done for today. We did Wading the Depth, City. Ooh. We did Return to Yulmore, A Feast of Lies, Paradise Fallen, and now The Ladder. View from Above is next. Boing. Ah, thou art returned. What art thou able to procure the lumber? Well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of shipwrights besides, the expertise shall grant a veil over our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not gone without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not that the work shall be completed ere long, and we may continue our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making,
At long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. But prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou wouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead.
Voiced?
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible?
Us.
Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it.
Thank you, baby boy.
Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves.
Tell us about it.
Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarant. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, You are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal. A complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. But solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else.
Good puns, Alize. Good puns.
That's the spirit. Come on then.
That's my kid right there.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure, we ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears.
Stop by, you're running roulette all day for comes. Ooh, that's right. New Mandeville stuff. Hope
No one but
the
me
grind
remembers
goes
that
good.
day.
And thank you for checking in. Means I gotta start working on my sage, or my sage tomes. Although I have a few loaded up still.
Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Not my white major, but I have 18 more jobs to max. So yikes. I hope it goes good. I'm really curious to see what they all look like now.
And here we are, finally, at top rung. The others should arrive ere long.
Alfino, little, come here. There's something I need you to see.
What could that be about?
I wonder. Bum, 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 bum. There's a village, little, over to the northeast.
So there is. After 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long been since abandoned.
Nor I, but that was before I spied someone leaving it, and procured to head in our direction, all while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on, take a look, little. There's a shoe bill.
Tristal, my boy.
You located the mysterious person. However, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurried back to the village. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable knowing who they were, not knowing who they were, but what do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit. And I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it is indeed inhabited. Oh, come on. The road that we walk is lost in the flood. The proud angels bathing their wages of blood. Alright, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more to go before I hit max. Or before I hit what I want. Which is something that I need to grind still. Oh, my book is also ready today. That's right, that's right. I forgot we had books. Northeast, you say? This way.
Food being hung out to dry in the sun, quite recent by your reckoning. You hear faint sounds from the inside of the building, however, the door refuses to budge. The cups are half empty or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, the kettle bubbles steadily over the stove.
What news, little? Were you able to find anything of note? People are still living here. Indeed, but there's no one to be seen. 'Tis plain this village is anything. That's true. A cup was never empty. Tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it, but if they won't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Restored, my boy. You're Tristel, the artist from Yulmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I was worried for you. Bound for the city as you were, never did I imagine that we would again meet. And here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, the settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through the secret tunnel which led to the top of Bright Cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know semblance of peace. We did, at any rate, until Mount Gulag broke away from the earth. Then, just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up threatened your lives. Aye, but I see now that you're no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? So, Valtteri is a Sin Eater, and he fled to Mount Gulag. To Mount Gulg. I want to say Gulag so badly. It is a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there is anything you can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristel. To begin with, we request your people's permission to recontour here and recontour the area. If we are to confront Valtteri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Oh, of course. You hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the ways of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please, use it as you see fit for your quest. Dun, dun. Yet another hapless soul that Alfino saved from utter danger. I see some things have never changed. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Little and I are going to scout the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well then. Just take care out there. Wow, wow. Scream. Bum, bum, bum. 777. You have the lucky number. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can take ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. Bam, bam. Proud angels face their way. I wonder why I'm not getting the regular fight music. I wonder if it's because I might have not have noticed, but this could just be a normal thing for this part of the story. Bum, bum. Nope. Don't you preach the gospel to me, brother. Not while you're out here being demon. God, I hate that she's laughing. It is so creepy. Proud angels bathe in their wages of blur. Calyx, that's my cousin's name. Well, my cousin's screen name.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there.
Oh, yeah. Same here, kid.
You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems.
Just a little bit.
Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Eorzea. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle
Exarch's
with my
robe so
own
badly.
eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Eorzea and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
That's quite a lot of sin eaters.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop run. Thither should we make our way.
Have to do a reset in a minute here. We need to get our audio sorted out so it doesn't get all messed up.
Whee! Whee!
I'm also really excited that once I'm done Endwalker, I'm gonna actually start be doing the Manderville stuff. So I can have my Manderville saga finally. Because I'll be honest, I kind of skipped through most Manderville stuff because at the time when I first went through it, I just wasn't a big fan. But I'm really excited to like properly read it all. I mean, I've recently read through most of it. But I've just been skipping over the Endwalker stuff as it's been happening or the Endwalker Manderville stuff, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be reading it on stream anyways. So I'll just focus on it there. I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it is time we tackle our next obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gulg. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together. Give me my famed beautiful axe. Hammer time. Very simple for now, but this is what we are going to rock. I love this hammer. Just in case. The music suggests that it is voiced, but I don't fully trust. In short,
there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmore's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt to refit.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to us!
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder and seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a talos. A talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Boulder Dash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Well, let's see. First, we'd need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It'd be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoring. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners?
Yes.
But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Adventures of no import.
No import? You expect me to believe that after you just promised me the help of the better part of the world?
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Essentially. Alright, we're gonna quickly restart our game. You know, it's funny, I actually used to hate this hammer, but now I absolutely adore it. And it is one of my favorite weapons in the game. I started typing in my password and I had caps lock on. So that wasn't good. Oh, I can't wait to see what this menu's gonna look like. Oh. There's so many things I'm excited for dawntrail. I can't wait. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Alright. I just had to write down when I had the reset. Have the sign ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? What? A village of Eomorian exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. This is never going to work. Never. I should have never fixed that. I never should have fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have ridden it up here. Never should have. Never should have.
Oh dear. Darling appears to have lost the plot. He has it in him, Little. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes.
Same, buddy. Same. Holy shit. Relate.
If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos.
A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You need to find a way to stroke the fires of his motivation, awaken his sense of daring. Choose your words that best encourage Chai News. In order to succeed, you must lift his spirit successfully during the conversation. But don't do anything obvious? Chai News is plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size, no one has even dreamt of it. Alfino once struggled to collect firewood. He did, but he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. Chanuzes still harbors some misgivings. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without the help from those villagers. They're not barely likely to give it. Tristle among them. You even said so yourself, lest you've forgotten. We essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others did not bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Things won't improve themselves. You have to take the first step. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. There's a chance for everyone to come together, even if they hurled stones at me, perhaps. It's worth trying to apologize. I still harbor some misgivings. But what then? In the end, it's not possible to even... It's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such enormous talos is impossible. I know such amount of contrition will change that. Even if by some miracle of amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they'd think that plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Yulmore. Well, I can't argue with that logic. Enormous as the task is, it's simply a matter of finding a solution to a practical problem. From that perspective, it's not entirely unrealistic. Jane was feeling somewhat optimistic. But realistic or no, there is no guarantee of success. There are risks to consider should that venture fail. Aye. Imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Vothri and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters and will meet a horrible end. Then we'll go together. So I can die with... Okay, I think it was the last one. So I can die with you. How very kind of you to offer, but it's all the same. I'd rather keep on living. I can remain so optimistic, though, throughout all this. It's downright tiring. Tell me, why did you throw yourself into the midst of such grueling struggle? To protect those I love. Huh? Indeed. What else could compel us to face such dangers? I, too, have someone I wish to protect, with whom I want to live out my days in peace. He's burning with motivation. Yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have but a little faith in myself.
It's my husband.
Right. Let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers, with Tristol. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore.
No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize.
But there's no telling what may happen out here. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make a reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, it is something. If something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, buddy, perhaps. Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is a man if not an idealistic creature? 'Tis not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams, my friend. One's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with their frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up. Yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believe lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubt,
Surely there is a spark of desire, that desire to make the impossible possible.
Come, darling, like old days, I would be the first to see your Talos.
And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I am glad my words struck a chord, shall we?
Boing, boing, boing.
Da 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 ba 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 ba. Oh, see, there's the music now. Bow 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 bow. You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Golug by means of a Talos heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowings of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation? You have every right to be upset. Vothri's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We are free. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how to feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Golug. You have my word. I'll set to work on a design at once. I wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in history of Talos building, nay, in history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver.
A new top for ya boy.
Yeah, wicked white.
Is there a problem?
Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as the imbued magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot but one rather important item, to bring the Talos to life.
A heart?
That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. So while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which we to fashion a heart. A heart suitable for bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament.
Honestly, I kind of like this top.
If you seek material for the Talos heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They are the Thulls, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. None know its bounty as well as they. If you explain the situation, I'm sure they would be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You will find the Thulls at the village in the northwest, a place called Tomara. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamat, and do not forget to greet with a hearty Laliho. Permit me to join you, little. I would keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to you, the two of you, then. The variety of ore doesn't matter as long as it is rich with ether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return.
Their wages blurred. Dun 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 da da. Bada bum 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 bada. Bada bum 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 bada. Bada bum 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 bada bum bada. All right.
Oh, look at little Luna Shroot.
Luna True YouTube.
So this is Tomra, my bad. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many, I shall not have to crane my neck for a change. Laliho.
What did you just call me? Laliho?
What sorry excuse for a greeting was that? Where's your heart, lass? Your stones? Come, let's try it again. Lolly-ho! Lolly-ho! Not bad, not bad, but there's still room for improvement. Any road, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek aid of the Thal family. We may speak with Chief Zammot. Why, yes, you may. I am Zammot. I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it is the folks of Amity what sent you here, it must be quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Well, well. And there I was. And there I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with a floating volcano and all them sin-eaters either. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend a hand.
Alright, just sending a 14 related response to a friend.
However, the kind of ore you seek's precious to us too. If I let you have it, only for you to boggle things up and squander it, like no amount of ale will wash away that jargon. First, I need to make sure you're worthy. By means of a trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thol. And what is that trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all.
Oh, I already looked at her, right.
Listen well. As you know, we're mining folk. Oh, I got the voice for them now. And in the mine and life, danger's a constant companion. So, when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. To do this, we do by undertaking a trial that tests the 3 traits all good miners can't do without. Discernment, diligence,
dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now look onto my helm. See this mark? Mark this feature as well. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helmets that are different. So shoot ones that are not green with bronze horns and a stripe. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take to the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. Dun, dun. Lally-ho, you must be the challenger. The chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. I'm sure you've been told in 3D Mine Runner. You'll be using a slingshot to shoot them as wearing the wrong helm. Let's begin with a spot the difference practice, eh? Nice shooting. Keep it up for the actual trial, eh? Aye. That's the way. Next time, it's a trial for true. Let me know when you're ready, eh? Ready for the trial. Right this way, then. This time, there'll be them's wearing the right helm. You shoot them, you fail, so look carefully before you let a stone fly. Well done, a fine show of discernment and dexterity. Well done, well done. The trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. But I'm 24. Run along back to the chief now and get on with putting an end to all this strangeness of late. That's an impressive shooting, lass. Consider me satisfied. Aye, 'tis plain you didn't come this far without luck alone, or far with luck alone. So I'll place my faith in you and help you find the one you seek, or you seek. Did you know that Eorzea is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. And every so often, the self-same veins yield what's called ether seed, a rare ore steeped in magic. We used to refine ether seed, and for this and that. But the technique's been lost. The stuff's still out there. To be had, though. Provided you know where to look. And no place is surer in the Durgar's whale. Problem is, the site's occupied by our age-old rival, the Gogs. Greedy sods claim the place as theirs, and refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, there never was a more odious lot than them Grogs.
I could go on forever about these hornless horsons, but but then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this: if you want the Earthseed, you gotta deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up for the challenge? We've dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it. I'll go with them. You Korut. I couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Golug, but I didn't know why. I think the last Light Warden's been hiding up there. The fate of Calusia, no, the world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Eorzea is commendable, lad, but it's not so simple. This here's Kort. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, but his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarf. But put him on the thick of battle and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be your dwarf, but he's illable to become Sin-Eater's breakfast before he can even manage to swing. It's true I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still want to try. Please, please let me go with you. I take care of you, you take care of the ore. Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Korut, far be it from me to stop you. Keep him safe, though, will you? We will most assuredly encounter Sin-Eaters along the way. Though, with you in our company, they will be more a spectacle than a concern. The Duragur's Dwell lies in the cave to the east. I'm ready when you are. We'll keep to the road. Head east. I'm in your hands. It seems that we have a fair distance to cover. Be on your guard for Sin-Eaters. Speak of the devils, little. One of them is to your left. Left one is yours. Is actually what he said. Seek out that court. Comes to no harm. Boing, boing. Bird. Doink. You are amazing. You are really strong. It may interest you to know that Little here is a great hero. In the land whence she hails. Some would say the greatest. Let us keep moving though. Really? Oh, you'd have to tell me stories, Little. You must have some stories to tell me, Little. That she does. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn. By all means, have her regale you with a few once our work is done. I can't wait. Ah, more of them. But they're behind us too. Yeah. To focus on the enemy, I will protect our charge.
Yes, sir.
Forward we shall go. I don't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. Little is a team unto herself, I merely follow her lead. Well, looks like you've been doing it for years to me.
Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment.
Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all. Your words are most heartening to hear. Indeed, I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyway?
Well...
Ah, there's even more of them. Too close to Amity for comfort.
Let us finish them quickly and move on. Concentrate on the ones coming from, to Korat. Yes, sir.
Hurry, this way. How much farther to the cave?
Ah, I believe I see it.
Again.
It appears we're surrounded.
So draw them in.
Yes, sir. Okay. Honestly, did not expect it to kill me that much, considering I had mitigations on. Anyways, here I was thinking that this was going to go smoothly. The left one is mine. Got it. What if they were both mine, though? Come on, buddy boy. Don't you want to face me? A tank. the Crystal Exarch just a little bit more. I truly am a team unto myself. So we're surrounded. This is where we get surrounded.
Not far, just a little past the rise.
I actually don't know where I'm going, so I need him to lead me. I'm assuming it's that cave ahead.
It appears we are surrounded.
It's done. Let us press on.
All I had to do was not be stupid for like 2 seconds.
Right. Just as we were about to get there.
Sorry, 1 second.
One last push then, shall we, little?
Yes, sir. Ooh, this music. Get rid of the prejudice first. Big boy.
It appears that, the commotion drew this one out.
So, time is,
Time to bring all things to bear.
There we go. That's what he said.
Not now.
Yeah, just as I freaking cast in a release,
I think not.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Hit him with the shoulder charge for the last one.
We're alive. We're alive. Let's hurry inside before more senators come.
Alright, I need to take just a quick little break and use the restroom. So give me but a moment and I will be right back. Okay.
Right, follow me, please. I will take you to the Durarger's Twell, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found.
Fantastic. Gotta make sure that we're not gonna be running out of anything. 17 hours still. We're good. Let me pop this on. Dark future, no one survives. The road that we walk is lost in the flood. The crowd in their way, years of blurred. There we go.
If the terrain and stench are an indication, we are at the Twell. Ah, there. The dogs, with their ugly, unkempt beards. If they realize we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first.
Be not so hasty, Korut. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I would use an enchantment to render you invisible. It would not fool sin eaters, but it would suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earthseed?
Aye, I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is.
We would be much obliged. Without further ado then.
I can see right straight through me. Right, a diggin' we will go.
I wish I knew how to type sometimes.
Let us not be idle either.
Though Korut cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some few gogs from the field. To that end, dream dust. Dream powder. As you may recall, we used it to for the rescue mission at Laxen Loft. It's for Yulmore too. Truly, seems our alchemist got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful in our endeavors, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal clothes to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds.
Say the word, and I will cast the enchantment.
Yes, sir.
Ready to begin? Very good.
Should the enchantment fade before you finish tending to the dwarves, return to me, and I will cast it anew. Oh, I can barely keep my eyes open. Time to call it a day. Time to call it a day.
The road that we walk.
So drowsy. Not safe to work when drowsy, but to get some rest.
Yeah.
All the work in a whale makes something or something, and I'm spent.
You almost walked right through me, bud. We got two right there. Two things we've done.
All the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let us wait for Koret's return. I'm back. Is the purest stuff here? Think it's enough, or shall I go dig up some more? I dare say it will suffice for our purpose. You have our gratitude, Koret. Let us carry this back to... Oh. Are you alright? Maybe not. I shall be fine. As long as I have been away... from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may have also overexerted myself in the moment to have this rare opportunity, yet be unable to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? That's Galeg, chief of the Gogs. You're one of the Thulls. I see. Word as our mind was coming back drowsy. One after the next, I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find back here but Thull scum skulking about, in its spineless act benefiting your limp beards. What? I wouldn't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious, and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impudent whelp. Better be a hobgoblin's nose hairs than a feeble flopping thing you Thulls have hanging from your face.
Hey, end of the world, guys.
Like water and oil.
Is not like to end of its own accord. Do you perchance have some dream powder left? I have to put an end to this. And let us put it to use and be on our way. Though something tells me we've not seen the last of their bickering. What in the swiven? Me. You hit that schnonk me real quick.
Forgive me, Court, but we need you to remain calm as well. I'm sorry, when it comes to the Gogs, I can't help but see red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You are here on our account, and, well, we have naught but gratitude for you.
Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time we take our leave, and the Talos await our hearts. Well, my friend, much as I have enjoyed our time together, I think it is best we split up, that we might accomplish our task more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely to the hands of Chai News. While I am thus employed, would you be so good to as deliver Koret back to Tomara? Or Tomra? No extra A.
Thanks, my thanks, little.
Bereft though it was,
'Twas an honor to go on adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. Ballyho, glad to see you're back in one piece. How did you fare with the Earthseed then? I got all they needed, and the Exarch is on his way to Amity with it now. Good to hear young Koret was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building a Talos, we reckon you be needing some mining tools. So we went and modified our spare pickaxes for the bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go round. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at the top rung already. Go see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh?
yes, sir. Dun, dun, dun. I believe there's no more ether currents here. Yep. Or physically able to tap into ether currents. Holdu. Effective Talos.
Look, little. People from all over have come to help us at come to help Quarrystone. And this isn't even all of them. As we speak, the volunteers Thancred and Reen recruited are being escorted to the worksite. And by both Crystarium and Umorian soldiers, no less. As you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. I thought someone was knocking. We don't have enough tools to put them in. Put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but haven't had so much luck so far. Pickaxes from the dwarves.
trust you have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everyone so they can get to work. Well, ready to do our bit, little. Where I just need tools to do it with. 5 tools for you guys. Pickaxes, loads of them. Now we may all work to our heart's content. Hello, Mr. Hulk. All while I don't have many talents, I do have a strong back, and what strength I have, I will gladly use for the sake of peace. We've got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, there's no Talos we can't build. I still haven't repaid you, and Alfino for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. I'm with you to the end. But I am with you to the end. Come on, you lot. Look lively. We've come, little. In case you're wondering, Goth John is here too. Couldn't wait to start breaking rocks though, so he's gone on ahead. Bah! He could have at least let us some spare tools. Ah, wonderful. Now we can be about it too. Look at her, she's so pretty. Quarrying isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let us build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. Right then, let us be on our way. You're still here, Thaf. I thought you'd brought your own tools. I did, and I was just about to head off when I saw Jerk. Oh God, if this plan works, and the giant Talos comes to life. Imagine the size of the trolley we could push. Imagine it! Are you still raving on about that? How many times do I have to tell you that's not what the Talos is for? Where the hells would we even have the tracks to go? Where the hells would even the tracks go? They're bound to be somewhere. You can just, need a little imagination. Seeing as the stonework is involved, maybe we could have a trolley added to the design. Enough. We're going to work, and if I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself.
Long time no see, traveler. Are you waiting to be issued a pickaxe too? Oh, you clearly weren't. Now neither are we. Rest assured, we will put these to good use and work very, very hard. Of course, one cannot work on an empty stomach, which is why I brought tasty wiggle worms to share. As much as we would all enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards? Greetings, little. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the inn at Journey's Head. After Knight returned to Amarang, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation halted in every one of them. I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We're still celebrating days later, when who should come along but Alize? She said that she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call, right there and then. Of course, some few carers had to remain behind, but as many of us came as could be spared.
I do have great respect for Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to tell them, or treat them to a nice plump worm.
My thanks, little. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. One, two, three, I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to sin eaters. After all the trouble we've gone to. Right, let's see to this plan is a resounding success, for the sake of all of Norvrand. Hello, Alfie boy. Well, my friend, it appears we are the only ones left here. If you know other pressing tasks, would you accompany me to Amity? If you know other pressing tasks, would you care to accompany me to Amity? There, Ishtola is overseeing those who will imbue the talus with magic. Come, let us join them at once. Bum, bum, bum. I think if all goes well, I can start tomorrow off with dungeon and trial. I have a dog here. Let's see if I can get her to speak. Ruby, speak. Speak. Speak and I'll give you one. Oh, you turn around fast. Speak. Come on. You're a little thing for that turn, babe. You got stuck between my desk and wheelchair. Alright, let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah, if all goes well, we'll start tomorrow off with Mount Gulg, potentially. And then day after do our job quests.
I was given French fries, so I'm very much so enjoying that right now. Voiced? Not voiced.
Ah, good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we have gathered ample help for imbuing. Master Chai in the process of finalizing his design. I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You hurtle along, as though I have my house in order, but quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I have ever overseen, and I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. Though thou hast proclaimed, loudly and frequently, Master Chai, yet from my perspective, a layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths, abiding and proving thy methodology, to ensure the integrity of thy design. Well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. But I should mention that the Exarch delivered the all I asked for. Earthseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. And then everything will be in readiness. Or so I would like to say.
Is there a problem?
In a Talos of, well, any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate ether throughout the chassis. But, given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe we can maintain a sustainable ether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it to procure more, I suppose.
Runa, mayhap now is a good time to bring them out.
A moment, my friends. There's something I would show you.
I say, are these not hearthstones?
They are the most prized possession of we the knights blessed. And these belong to our kindred who have left us.
Immersed in water, imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbor no small amount of magic. And apologies for that. Air got stuck in my throat in a horrible way. And we may imbue them with yet more prior to installation of the Talos. What do you think?
Being from a different region, these cannot be used to maintain a heart. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve.
Excellent. Then, Master Matoya, spoke to us the role we are to play. Hearthstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our very own eyes. And by the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know there is peace beyond. Thus, we are also at peace. If our heartstones may serve to restore the night to all the world, I will gladly give them.
So, Master Chai, if you could instruct us how to distribute the Hearthstones. And Little, for good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well. Rest assured, it is not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when attuning to an aetherite. Imbue the jade-colored stone here, if you would be so kind. You're making me infuse my favorite color. And my favorite stone. Familiar-looking hearthstone glows faintly. That would do. Thank you, Little. If this hearthstone appears familiar, it is because it belonged to Tadia. It bears a collective hope of the Knights Blessed, the hope that none shall ever again be sacrificed to Sin Eaters. Right, I've identified the spot for the Talos where the stones are needed. See that they are amply imbued, then install them as indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. When the Talos awakens, and the way to Mount Gold is secured, we shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb, so take that rest in the meantime, and we'll see you soon. A moment to Riange. You said that you would have measure ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light, do you? Be assured that I do. All which I requireth layeth in this land. I trust you. And I swear to thee that thy trust is not misplaced. As ardently as I prayed for the preservation of this world, so do I pray for thy safety. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest. The better to be ready for the trials to come. Just two white-haired baddies standing side by side.
I'm told the rock on the chassis
is more or less ready. All quarried and shaped and laid out. And that just leaves the imbuers to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it is only a matter of time now. We managed to rally nigh everyone in Norvrand for this endeavor. That's a remarkable feat in itself. But will it be enough?
Money, please. All right. I want to do this one. One sec. Let me see. All right. I'll start this tomorrow. Yeah, because I feel like there's a little bit of a long cutscene involved. And I don't fully have the time for said cutscene. So, this is where I will end stream for today. We will pick up tomorrow from A Breath of Respite and do all the way to City of the Ancients. Because then to do the Light of Inspiration and the last basically the last 5 quests, I need to have my job quest done for this expansion, or my role quest done. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get Paladin up to code onto that remark. And yeah, so Claire, thank you for popping in. If you are lurking, or if anyone is lurking still, thank you so much for hanging out. It is highly appreciated. I will be live again tomorrow, leading up to the end of Shadowbringers. We should be able to beat Shadowbringers on Friday. I believe. So, yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you are new, or you are lurking, or if you're returning and you just haven't subbed yet, or you're watching as a VOD, please do like and sub. That's highly appreciated. We are 1 away from 90. And yeah. Anyways, have a good rest of your night, guys. Take care. Love yourselves.